Hey folks, Gary Diesel Pros here again, back at you with another build. And this thing turned out pretty cool. So we threw a lot of parts at this thing, and just kind of just swung for the fences with this one here, right? So it's a 2025 Lariat F-350, short bed obviously. And I think what I'll do is I'm gonna start with the suspension here. What you're looking at is a 3.5-inch Carli backcountry kit. Okay, and we spec'd it out with some options for sure. You can see this is a part of the Carli spec shock package. It comes with that backcountry kit. Okay, and obviously coil spring, stuff like that. But what doesn't come standard are things like this torsion sway bar. You've probably seen some other videos of mine talking about these torsion sway bars. We love these things, and we continue to put them on. We run them on our own trucks, etc., etc. That's kind of what that all looks like underneath there. And yeah, they just help. They help with that side-to-side jouncing. You get off-road, or heck, even going over speed bumps, whatever, you little bobblehead going on, right? And yeah, it sure helps with that part. Softens up that side-to-side movement there. The other option we did on this one, we don't do very often, I will say, is the Add-A-Pack or the Mini Pack edition here. So instead of doing, instead of leaving it alone or doing a full progressive leaf pack, we went ahead and opted for this Mini Pack. And folks, pleasantly surprised. The idea with these, spring enhancements is to get rid of that big old overload spring that sits down underneath there and just has a giant spring rate. So you get onto a larger size bump, and that whole spring pack just jounces you right back into the stratosphere. So yeah, it's it's just one of those additions where if you can afford the coin, you do it. We did opt for a Magnaflow DPF filter back exhaust system, and just kind of adding on to the black theme here. They turn out really good. They look good. Magnaflow's got great coatings on these things. Love them. Stepping up to tail lights. These are an AlphaRex tail light, and they come with a tinted lens on them. They look great. The LED portion is nice and bright. That's a phenomenal tail light. Love these things. The wheel package is a 37 1250 18 Open Country AT3, and we are running a KMC GRS, I believe that is, and an 18x9 with a plus 18 millimeter offset. Got a Revolver X4 tonneau cover. These things are sweet. I run this on my personal truck. Low profile, very secure, no flopping in the wind. It's a great tonneau cover, folks. We do quite a few of these things. I still can't get over that. Those switch pads are wild. Let's see, what else? Let's talk about the lights up front. So in the corner pockets there, you're gonna see Baja Designs kind of retrofit kit. It's got an SAE compliant light as well as a wide cornering light. You can kind of spec those any way you want, and they work way better than the factory fog lights do. And with the SAE compliant version, you can legally run them on these trucks on the road. Last thing, so we don't do this here, but we contracted with a local place to go through and do a matte black paint protection film on this. You might have noticed that this thing has a matte finish on it, and I dig this. This looks great. My Raptor Bronco over there has got a PPF film on it, and I love it. I didn't think I was gonna like the matte black as much as I do, but look at this thing. It looks great. And you know what? No such thing as Montana pinstriping on this. If you're gonna go take this down a trail, you don't have to worry about it tearing up your paint. This stuff is self-healing. Got a great warranty on it. It's probably pretty expensive, but I don't think this fellow was real worried about the cost after going through and putting this truck together. Wanted to throw something on there that protected that paint, okay? So anyway, last thing I think we'll talk about is, and you guys have probably heard me talk about this quite often, is the Mod Off-Road onboard air system. And if you're going to air down and air up, well, having this guy on board is very helpful. I don't care if you're filling up your own tires or somebody else's tires, but having, you know, a brushless ARB twin pump compressor on board helps that process, okay? And that's what that looks like. Okay, that's that little guy sitting right there with the 4 bolts. That's our bracket that mounts this stuff, and we've got our own remote mounted air filters to keep these things in good shape. You guys interested in stuff like that, go ahead and head over to modoffroad.com. Check them out. Great little product for keeping onboard air on these things. Plus 18 millimeter offset wheel, keeps those tires fairly tucked. Fits with a 37 and a WeatherTech mud flap. Helps out with a little protection, right? Check that out. These things are cheap and easy, and they work, and they don't flap in the wind. Love those mud flaps. So anyway, as always, if you have any questions, be sure to post them down below. Shoot us a call. She'll love to help out with your build. If you're in the Gallatin Valley, Bozeman area, look us up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sure appreciate the comments. And yeah, give our page a like. We sure appreciate that. Have a great day, all.